Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, where it's not too late to shine. We bring you transformative information for small business owners, entrepreneurial insight, wisdom, and secrets to aid you to be seen, be heard, and get paid, to catapult your life to more impact, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the platform builder herself, Dr. Renee Sunday.
Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Renee Sunday Show. I know you're having an awesome time. I know. Yeah, there's always something going on. But you know what I always say? We have to look at the positive side of everything. We need to realize that things always is working in our behavior. I know you may not understand that. Sometimes I don't. Let's keep it 100, like the kids say. We have to make sure that we're moving forward in this journey. And this journey, what we call it life, right? So we actually need to make sure, because somebody right now, you know I'm going to go in, right? Somebody right now is thinking about hurting themselves or somebody else. They wonder, can they really do what they were created? They just really don't know what's going on. We're here to help. You know, here on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, and you know who I am. I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. That's what we like to do. We like to bring you information to bring awareness, because we have to have awareness before we say we're going to make a change. We have to realize, something I may need to change. Something I may need to adjust. I may need to fix my crown, okay? So the thing about it is, that's what we're doing. And you heard I said we need, because I'm right there with you. But we want to, first of all, stop and say thank you. Thank you for supporting us in the things that's going on. You're downloading us over there on YouTube. And then also on iTunes, our website. And then you just really going to our website. You know, we're checking out those analytics. So we just thank you for that. Thank you for believing in us, because guess what? We believe in you as well. But guess what? We have a powerhouse with us today. You know, in the green room, my team was saying I went on me and I wore the lady out. So we're going to have a great conversation, because right now in this time, we need to make sure we go with our heart. A lot of times we've said things, has it really impacted someone else? You know, the things that we've been given, and you know I'm a believer, I'm a God believer, I love God, right? The things that God has given us, are we really doing what He's called us to do? And people say, Dr. Sunday, how should I know? You know what? You know what I say? You got to believe, you got to trust, and walk it out. So if you walk it out, the things that's burning inside of you, it will come out. The key is not to beat ourselves up, right? So we have a powerhouse. We have a fellow colleague. It's amazing. I love it. She's actually in the medical field. She's a nurse. She's an author. You know, I love her, because I love really being at the side and helping the elderly, because they told us what we, and sacrifice what we're doing right now. So I give homage to them, and actually just a thing, that's what I want to go into in the beginning before anesthesia. So it's to my heart that I love hearing the wisdom and knowledge that they carry. But this young lady going to tell us about her whole ministry and the things that she actually is doing. We want to welcome none other than the phenomenal, awesome Kinshawda. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everybody out there.
Well, welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. We're going to start off by saying thank you, number one. But tell us a little bit more about yourself and the amazing things that's going on in your life.
Okay, well, my name is Kinshawda Daniels. I am the founder of Off the Hamster Wheel Ministries, and with this particular ministry is catered to women. I have a pain to purpose mentorship. So what I like to do and help women is to take their pain and transform it into their purpose. And I'm also the owner of a home care company. It's called With Open Arms, where I go to the homes of the elderly and help them with some of the daily tasks that they're not able to do, or just to be a companion, just to sit there with them and keep them company and things like that. So my first profession is a nurse. I've been a nurse for 7 years now, and that's a profession that's that's always been a part of my life and my heart is helping people and helping them to make better health choices and things like that. So that's pretty much what I have going on. I am also an author. I have a book out there on Amazon. It's called Setting the Stage, and it's for women and young girls. And it's just to give you biblical guidelines and a foundation in life and, the choices that we have to make in, as women in career relationships and, marriage and motherhood, things like that. But it's a biblical foundation.
I love it. I love it. I always love talking to people that actually have several hats, if you will. But, the thing about it is we always are helping other people. Talk to us a little bit about, in regards of your journey, in being in the healthcare industry. I know a lot of times we start off with that great passion, and we really want to help people. But tell us about that. Has that, and just talking to you in the green room, I know that love and joy is still there. But we want to know, because people always say, well, dog, do you like being in the medical field, helping other people, and other people may be sick? So tell us of your experience about that, how that, that stuff burns inside of you when you actually in your element.
Well, for me, it's always been a passion, even from, when I was a child and even in high school. And once I graduated high school, I've always had the desire to be a nurse. But, of course, life took place. Certain things happened, that kind of threw my focus, threw me off track. But my ultimate goal was to be a nurse and to be able to help others. And for me personally, I like giving advice. So I like being able to, not just, take care of my patients or give them their medication, but also offer them advice, like, alternatives, to different things and, things that will help them to be a better them and to, better their health. But when I'm in my element and working in the environment, I love it. I mean, it's not, I'm sure everybody has their limit, and some people, may get drained after so many years of doing the same thing over and over. But with me, I've kind of, I like to familiarize myself with different elements of nursing. I've been a home care nurse. I've been a substance abuse nurse. I've also been a chart review nurse. And, that's more so of the desk type nursing. But so I've kind of been around a little bit in the nursing field, and I think that keeps you going, that keeps the spice in your career and, when you're dealing with people.
That's very powerful. I love that. And so let me ask you, in regards of, and I know this is a tough question, because we're in the healthcare industry. What I have noticed, and, you guys, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've seen a great change, in my opinion, that people are taking advantage of their lives more, meaning being their own patient advocate, even though we still are as nurses and doctors and, the different various titles that we have in the medical field. What's your view on that in regards of, it seems like it's been an upswing of patients actually knowing their medicines, certain patients, especially, the patients below 50, if you will, but and they actually are advocates. They want to actually be healthy. They want to do what we see on TV, the organic food and the different foods to actually kind of so we can actually do better with our taking care of our temple. What's your thoughts on that of actually patients being their own advocates?
Well, I think that's good. I think, them being their own advocates is good, and there has been a change because I think in the world with, the particular diets like veganism and vegetarianism, growing rapidly, and then with the, restaurants of the world embracing those particular diets and, offering more healthier food choices on their menus and things like that. So I think that also helps in promoting people being their own advocates with their health and, paying attention to the type of medications they're on, especially with, so many options as far as alternative, like herbal remedies. I think there's been an increase in that. I believe that all those things are good because it helps to keep the environment of, everybody of promoting health, being more health conscious and being more aware. And I actually wrote a book in reference to, the different body systems and what foods to eat related to the different types of bodies, and it's called Spiritual Detox. And a lot of people don't know or are unaware, but I think a lot of realizing now that the physical and the spiritual aspect of ourselves are so connected and intertwined that we have to really take care of both of them.
Wow, that's powerful. I have a friend, a real good friend that I can't think of the name of that test, but you can. I think maybe I don't know, was it an allergies or some type that you can, because a lot of people are allergic to so much, but it can actually go way in there to see what you're allergic to and not, and that's been very helpful because nowadays, when we were allergic to something back in the day, we had no sources. And so now I'm glad that we actually have that opportunity. Well, I'm going to have to get that book because I need to know. I kind of have figured out some things that I need to really limit. Like they say, I love people, but I had to take that off for a minute. So I'm glad I have a comeback, if you will. I love that. We have to get that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you need that too. She's going to tell us how to get that. But let's transition because when you said this in the green room, and you said it when you introduced yourself, my spirit just leaped. Tell us a little bit more about you. You say your ministry is Get Off the Hamster Wheel. Tell us a little bit about that, how that was birthed, because, I can tell you, we need that right there.
Yes. Okay, well, the Off the Hamster Wheel Ministries was birthed from me, my own self, because, anytime we start out, doing the work for the Lord or putting out a ministry, it starts with us. And it was birthed based on the fact of repeating cycles. Because if you look at the hamster, he's on the wheel and he's going around and around and around in a cycle, but he's not getting anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's not moving forward, not progressing, and he's just stagnant, staying in place. So I looked at my own life, after looking at my own life and seeing where the areas where I was repeating cycles, and I was like, and I realized I've got to stop repeating these cycles. And so God began to deal with me and help me in the areas where I was failing, the areas where I was weak, and to give me strength and to give me guidance to stop repeating the same cycles. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I've arrived, but I do believe once you are strong in an area, you can turn around and help your brother or sister who's weak in an area. So I birthed Off the Hamster Wheels Ministry as a way particularly for women, because we tend to repeat cycles in like toxic relationships, childhood trauma, self-sabotage, low self-esteem. We end up repeating those cycles throughout our life, and they affect us in many ways. So thus, that's why the whole Pain to Purpose mentorship came about. I, with God's help, designed this mentorship to help women who are struggling with those various things, which causes pain that we hold on to in the inside, but to take that pain, as the word tells us, that all things work together for our good. So to take that pain and transform it and push us into our purpose, because we can take it. We all have a story. We all have a living testimony that we can take and share with others. So that's how Off the Hamster Wheel Ministries came about, and I just pray and I believe that it will be a blessing to those, even to those who want to join the Pain to Purpose mentorship. It will change your life.
I believe it, because I've been there with the self-sabotage. I actually, ladies and gentlemen, I do a speech. I have a speech at a workshop that I do about stop the self-sabotage. So, oh, my God, isn't that a blessing? Because we need to do that because eventually, that's what happened in my life. Eventually, it affected my my health and strength, and I said that I never wanted anything to come between me and my career. Because, we taking care of patients because I didn't want, like that to happen. But anyway, long story short, we need that. But let's go a little further because, ladies and gentlemen, she didn't tell us. Tell us about your passion when it comes to our precious, precious elderly that have paved the way for us in our life.
Well, I love and respect the elderly. All my life, I've always gravitated towards hanging around or being around the elderly. I respect their wisdom. I love the wisdom nuggets that they give and the things that they've gone through and experienced in their lifetime. I enjoy listening to their stories, and to the point where I would get teased of, some of my friends around my age would tease me and say I act like an old woman. But which I would just laugh it off. But I respect the elderly, and I feel like they've done their part in taking care of us, their generations. And so once they get old, we should be more than happy to do our part and take care of them, to make sure that they're taken care of, they're not used, abused, or taken advantage of.
That's powerful. I love it because I love my parents. They just so funny. But, and each time we have that long conversation, they say something different. So you have to always have your pen and paper and be attentive of what they say because it's so funny with some things that they say. But it's things that we need to actually apply to our life. That's what I want to make sure I make a point right there because it's so much wisdom, so much knowledge that you're not going to find in a book, ladies and gentlemen. So
right.
That's why I want to make that point. Right. So we commend you for all the things that you do. Wow, I just look. Any other publications you've done or some that's coming up that you can share at this time?
Well, I would like to just share for those of you women or, if you have a daughter, a niece, or someone, I would definitely urge you to purchase my book, Setting the Stage. You can purchase it from my website, offthehamsterwheel.com, or on Amazon. It's Setting the Stage by Kinshawda Daniels. And, I believe that it would be a blessing, especially to those teen girls, in the teenage years. You really want to make sure that they have a foundation, a biblical foundation that they can take with them when they go and branch off and, start their own lives. And for those of you that are very health conscious and you don't know where to start or you don't know what foods to intake that'll help with, the different body systems, you can also purchase my book, Spiritual Detox. That is also on my website at offthehamsterwheel.com. You can purchase that. And lastly, if you are a woman who, may have been in a toxic relationship, and it was very painful, or experienced childhood trauma, or you struggle with low self-esteem, you want to get into my program, Pain to Purpose Mentorship, and being a part of a mentorship is helpful for everybody. Everybody, I believe, should have a mentor or coach or something, along those lines. But if you are particularly struggling with those different things, this program is designed to help you overcome that and take those experiences and use it for your purpose. And then you can go out and help others. That's what we should be doing. We help one, and then once you get the help you need and the strength you need, you go out and you help somebody else. So you can find all of the books and materials and the online courses that I offer on my website at offthehamsterwheel.com.
I love it. Oh, Lord, tell Paul how we can talk literally, and I guess we did. Because her energy, she's genuine. You can tell that someone's spirit is genuine in what they do. And I want to do this, if it's okay, as we come to the end of this broadcast. If anything is on your heart, because, somebody right now listening, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, whenever, how those archives do. And they really in a rough, difficult situation. I mean, it could be a woman or a man or even a child. We have a lot of young people in Ireland that actually listen to our broadcast. Say a little bit to them of whatever's on your heart. And then, again, we need you, if it's okay, to say your website one more time at the end, please.
Okay, for those of you who are listening, wherever you are, whatever situation you're in and whatever you're facing, because right now in this moment, we all know that the world is experiencing, this pandemic, this virus. But there are also other issues that people may be experiencing privately, and you're not necessarily able to discuss them. But I want to encourage you first of all, not to give up. And then for those of you who just want a change, you want your situation to change, you want to change for the better, do what you can within your reach. It's not always about having all the money. Sometimes you won't have the money. Sometimes you won't have the connections. But you got to learn how to do what you can within your reach with what you can use that's in front of you. So if you have that mindset of, not giving up, things can change, which they can. Things can get better, which they can. But it's going to take part of you. You have to do your part in wanting the change. The Bible tells us faith without works is dead. So you have to go and work with God and allow Him to change your situation. So for those of you, and I think this particular encouragement is fitting for the environment and, with everything that's going on. A lot of people just need encouragement, and I think with everything going on, it's causing a lot of people to rethink about their situations, to reevaluate, do self-reflection and, want a change. If it's to start a business, start the business. Do your research. You have Google. You have different resources that are free. So just use what you got within reach that's free to, to make, to take that first step and make a start. So I just want to encourage, everybody out there, don't give up and don't focus on, the bad. Always look at the positive. You can pull something positive, something you can be thankful for each day, and just use the tools that you have within your reach.
That's right. Woo, that's so powerful. Well, first of all, we want to thank you. Well, first of all, for being in your purpose. You see, that's a whole nother level, right? And then taking time out and being a guest here with us on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. If you need us for anything, please let us know. We love your spirit. We love the spirit God has put in you. And we just thank you for much more success in your life to come.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had a good time with this young lady. I love young ladies. What me too? That actually, they out there impacting. They out there making a change. The thing about it is, and I've said this several times, and people my age, I'm in the 50 group, I love the younger people because we were so afraid to do what God put in our spirit. And I just love that they just going on out there and doing it, okay? So they actually busting us again, so we living our 20s and 30s and 40s, okay? We're going to do it in the spirit of excellence, though, okay?
Okay.
But here at the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, we want to let you know that we love you here. We know mental health. We know mental health is real, okay? It's okay. And the Bible says actually laughing is actually good medicine, right? So we actually need to make sure that we are taking care of our temple spiritually, physically, and all the people around us. Just check on each other. Check on you got all these people in your phone, all these people on social media. Check on. Let's be our brothers and sisters people. That's what we need to be. And so if you need any assistance in that mental health arena, I'm a physician. Actually, we can get that database going and we can find someone. I'm also a grief counselor, and, of course, I am an apostle. So, hey, and it won't be, I always have to put this in there, it won't be on social media. I'm not that type of person, okay? serious thing, because sometimes we need to actually be able to talk to someone, and of course, it feels so good when we talk actually in confidence, okay? Yes. So if you want to be a guest on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, or, go to our website, which is reneesunday.com. That's Renee, RENEE, Sunday.com. If you want to be in our magazine, you want to, finally get that book out, right? That she talked about. Finally get that book out. We do have publishing services, and she has as well. Go, you know what I always say? Yes, I know a lot of people do publishing. Go when God leads you. I'm the biggest person to say, if I'm not a fit, I know many other people, okay? And also, you need to start your podcast, because you need to make sure that you get your voice out. And it's a medium of doing that. Of course, we can do all the lives and those type of things. But you know what? You can download those, and boom, that'll be your podcast, okay? All right. So I already gave you a tool set right there. But, the thing is, let's make sure we're helping other people. That's what it's all about. And again, my website is reneesunday.com. Our nonprofit, if you need, things we take for granted, you know what I'm saying, right? Go to the THESundayFoundation.org. We want you to remember that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you're born. You're not a mistake. You're not a mistake, no matter what you think or no matter what someone else has told you. We have to do three things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to walk it out. And you know the rest, right? We got to don't stop, get it, right? And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now. I am Dr. Renee Sunday. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. See you later. Bye-bye.